Hi, I'm Andy Woodard, and this is my setup for recording drums. Now I'm using the Natal Arcadia, kindly lent to me by my good friend George Frederick at Natal UK. It's a pretty low budget kit, but I'm not using it for its resonance, it just needs to be sturdy and look pretty nice. The skins are Remo Silent Stroke, they're the single ply ones. The cymbals are the low volume model by Jobeky. Links to these companies will be in the description below. Now for the kick, I'm using the RT10K, which has the advantage of being able to adjust the pressure that the foam sensor is under, allowing you to make it more sensitive or less sensitive depending on how hard you hit the drum. The same is true for the snare trigger, that's the RT10S. I know these are pretty old, but I just like being able to adjust those, especially if I'm changing drums. Now also on the snare I've got the BT1, which is really useful to have like a separate source. I know the RT10S is a dual zone trigger, but I find it more useful just to have something else to hit that's not an extra pad, but it's right there, especially for cross sticks. You know what I mean? It's really accurate and there's no mistriggering with the snare. Now on the toms I've got the RT30H. These aren't adjustable, but they work well. The hi-hats are two 14-inch cymbals on top of a regular stand, but sitting on top of a Roland VH11, or rather Jobeky's own version of it. I think it's pretty much the same thing. The crash cymbals, I've got two 18-inch 2-zone cymbals, so you get the bow and the edge out of these. You can also choke them too. Whereas the ride is a 20-inch 3-zone, so I can play the bow, the edge and the bell. Now the great thing is these are all plugged into the Roland TD17L, which allows me to control the sensitivity of each zone of the cymbals. Now it didn't take a lot of tweaking, I'll be honest, to get it to feel right, but of course any of these hybrid drum setups is just not the real thing. They're not going to be as sensitive, but it's a great tool because using Superior Drummer and Stephen Slate, you know, all that sort of stuff I've got, I can then change the drum kit endlessly and change the results. I can edit, I can even correct my terrible timing by just nipping the MIDI, quantizing stuff if I really have to. It makes my workflow a lot quicker. And when clients want something different, they want a different snare sound, of course I don't have to go back and re-record or re-trigger the snare. It's just all there within the software. It's great. So here's an example of a track I recorded using this setup with Superior Drummer and Logic for an album called Antonio by Louise Aubrey. This was produced by me and mixed by the great Ken Sluiter. Links will be in the description below, and this particular track is called Home. So if you like what you're hearing and what you're seeing, then please head over to andywoodard.com, like and subscribe please, and I'll see you again soon.